Abandon tark etmoq, tashlab ketmoq. To give up, discontinue or desert. Access ruxsat kirish imkoniyati bo'lmoq. The ability to enter, use or retrieve information. Accumulate yig'moq, to'plamoq. To gather or collect over time. Acknowledge tan olmoq, qabul qilmoq. To recognize or admit the existence or truth of. Adequate yetarli, qoniqarli, mos keladigan. Sufficient, satisfactory or suitable. Administrate boshqarmoq, to manage or oversee. Effect ta'sir o'tkazmoq, ta'siri bor bo'lmoq. To influence or have an impact on. Albeit-ga qaramasdan, lekin. Although, even though. Alternative o'rniga muqobil. An option or choice other than the usual one. Analogy analogiya, o'xshashlik. A comparison between two things for clarification. Anticipate taxmin qilmoq, oldindan ko'rmoq. To expect or foresee. Appreciate qadrlamoq, hurmat qilmoq. To value or recognize the worth of something. Approximate taxmin qilmoq. Roughly estimate or be close in value or character. Abstract mafhum nazariy. Not concrete or specific, theoretical or conceptual. Accommodate joylashmoq, joylashtirmoq. To provide space or lodging for. Accurate aniq, to'g'ri. Precise, correct or exact. Acquire egalik qilmoq, egallamoq. To gain or obtain. Adjacent keyingi, narigi, yonidagi. Neighboring or next to. Adult voyaga yetgan. A person who is fully grown or mature. Aggregate barchasi, hammasini bir joyga to'plamoq. To gather or collect into a whole. Allocate bo'lib bermoq, tarqatmoq. To distribute or assign. Ambiguous ikki ma'noli, ko'p ma'noli. Having multiple possible meanings or interpretations. Analyze tekshirib chiqmoq, analiz qilmoq. To examine or study in detail. Apparent aniq, ravshan, ko'rinib turgan. Clearly visible or obvious. Approach yaqinlashmoq. Uslub, yo'nalish. A method or way of doing something. Arbitrary asossiz, o'zboshimchalik bilan qilingan. Based on random choice or personal whim. Akademiya ta'lim tashkiloti. An educational institution or learned society. A company sherik bo'lmoq, hamroh bo'lmoq. To go along with or be associated with. Achieve erishmoq. To successfully accomplish or reach a goal. Adopt moslashmoq, moslashtirmoq. To adjust or modify for a different purpose or use. Adjust o'zgartirmoq, o'ziga to'g'rilab olmoq. To alter or change for better fit on or function. Advocate qo'llab-quvvatlamoq, advokatlik qilmoq. To support or argue for. Aid yordam bermoq, yordam. Assistance or help provided. Alter o'zgartirmoq, to change or modify. Amend yaxshilamoq, tuzatmoq. To make revisions or corrections. Annual yillik, yilda bir marta. Happening once a year. Append qo'shmoq, birlashtirmoq. To add or attach. Appropriate mos keladigan, suitable for fitting. Area hudud, soha. A particular region or space. Abandon tark etmoq, tashlab ketmoq. To give up, relinquish or discontinue. Inspect tekshirmoq, ko'rib chiqmoq. To look or observe. Assign tayinlamoq, belgilamoq. To allocate or designate. Assure kafolat bermoq, ishontirmoq. To guarantee or provide confidence. Attitude munosabat, pozitsiya. A person's outlook or perspective. Authority hokimiyat, vakolat, nufuz. Power or control over others. Aware xabardor bo'lmoq, conscious or cognizant of something. Bias xato fikr, noto'g'ri tushuncha. A tendency or inclination towards a particular viewpoint. Bulk katta hajmdagi. The majority or main portion. Category kategoriya, guruh. A classification of or grouping. channel telekanal aloqa signali yo'li, medium or pathway for communication or distribution, chemical kimyoviy mod relating to substances and their properties, civil fuqarolik related to citizens or civil matters, clause qonun moddasi band, a distinct provision or a section in a legal document, coincide muvofiq kelmoq bir vaqtda sodir bo'lmoq, to happen at the same time or occupy the same position. Commence boshlanmoq, to begin or start. Comment sodir etmoq, va'da bermoq, to pledge or dedicate oneself to something. Community, jamoat, jamiyat. A group of people with common interests or characteristics. Compile, ma'lumot to'plamoq, bir joyga yig'moq. To gather or collect information or data. Component, tarkibiy qism, bir bo'lagi. A part or element that makes up a whole. Comprise, tashkil etmoq, o'z ichiga olmoq, qamrab olmoq. To consist or of or consist of or includes. Concentrate, diqqatini jamlamoq, bir ishni diqqat bilan qilmoq. To focus or direct one's attention. Concurrent, ayni damdagi, bir vaqtda sodir bo'layotgan. Happening or existing at the same time. Confine, chegaralamoq, taqiq qo'ymoq. To limit or restrict within boundaries. Conform, to'g'ri kelmoq, mos kelmoq, talabga javob bermoq. To comply with or adhere to. Considerable, katta hajmli, ulkan, yirik. Significant or not worthy. Constitute, tashkil topmoq, tashkil etmoq. To form or make up. Consult, maslahat so'ramoq, surishtirib bilmoq. To seek advice or guidance. Contemporary, zamonaviy, ayni damdagi. Modern or current. Abandon, tark etmoq, tashlab ketmoq. To give up or discontinue. Contradict, qarshi chiqmoq, qarshi bo'lmoq, qarshi fikr bildirmoq. To express the opposite or deny the truth of. Contribute, hissa qo'shmoq, yordam bermoq. To give or provide something as a part of a whole. Assemble, bir joyga yig'moq, umumiylashtirmoq. To gather or fit together. Assist, yordam bermoq, qo'llab-quvvatlamoq. To help or support. Attach, mahkamlamoq, tayinlamoq. To connect or fasten. Attribute, xususiyat, belgi, kim tomonidan yoki nima sababdan qilinganligini bilmoq. To ascribe or assign or a characteristic or quality to. Automate, avtomatlashtirish. To make a process or task automatic. Behalf, biror kishi nomidan vakil sifatida. Representing or acting in the interest of. Bond, rishta, a connection or link. Bog'liqlik, aloqa. Capable, qobiliyatli, layoqatli, having the ability or skill to do something. Cease, to'xtatmoq, oxiriga yetmoq. To stop or come to an end. Chapter, bob, bo'lim, a section or division. Division of a larger work. Circumstance, vaziyat, holat. A condition or fact that affects a situation. Clarify, aniqlashtirmoq, tushuntirmoq. To make clear or understandable. Code, codex, kodlamoq. A system of rules or principles. Collapse, qulab tushmoq, vayron bo'lmoq. To fall down or fail. Comment, fikr qoldirmoq, izoh bermoq. An expression of opinion or remark. Commodity, tovar, mahsulot. A product or item that is bought or sold. Compatible, bir-biriga to'g'ri keladigan, bir-biri bilan ishlaydigan. Able to exist or work together harmoniously. Complement, bir-birini to'ldirish, bir-birini kamini biri to'ldirib butun hosil qilmoq. Something that completes or enhances. Compound, ko'paytirmoq, birikma, aralashma, chigallashtirmoq, atrofini o'rab olingan hudud. A mixture or combination of elements. Compute, hisoblamoq, hisoblab, aniqlamoq. To calculate or determine. Concept, konsepsiya, tushuncha. An abstract idea or general notion. Conduct, amalga oshirmoq, rahbarlik qilmoq, boshqarmoq, olib bormoq, o'zini tutmoq, xulq-atvor bor. To carry out or perform. Confirm, tasdiqlamoq, hisobga olmoq. To verify or establish the truth of. Consent, ruxsat bermoq, kelishmoq. Permission or agreement. Consist, dan tashkil topmoq. To be composed or made up of. Constrain, chegaralamoq, to'smoq, qismoq. To restrict or limit. Consume, iste'mol qilmoq, foydalamoq. To use up or devour. Context vaziyat muhit. The circumstances or setting surrounding something. Constrain chegaralamoq, to'smoq, qismoq. To limit or restrict. Consume chegaralamoq, to'smoq, qismoq. To use up or devour. Context vaziyat muhit. The circumstances or setting in which something exists or occurs. Contrary qarama-qarshi, teskari, opposite or contradictory. Controversy bahsli, vaziyat, munozara. A heated argument or disagreement. Assess. Baholamoq, tekshirib aniqlamoq. To evaluate or examine. Assume, taxmin qilmoq, ko'zlamoq, bo'yniga olmoq. To suppose or take on. Attain, erishmoq, yetib olmoq. To achieve or reach. Author, after muallif. A writer or creator of a work. Available, yaroqli ko'rishga yoki gaplashishga vaqti bor. Accessible or obtainable. Benefit, foyda, ijobiy taraf. An advantage or positive outcome. Brief, qisqa ma'lumotli instruksiya. Concise or short in duration. Capacity, hajm, quvvat, qobiliyat. The ability to hold or contain. Challenge, sinov, qiyinchilik, sinovli musobaqa. Difficult task or problem. Chart, diagramma, ma'lumot diagramma shaklidagi ko'rinishi. A visual representation of data or information. Cite, misol keltirmoq. To quote or reference. Classic, an'anaviy, traditional or exemplary. Coherent, mantiqan bog'liq, uzviy. Logically connected or consistent. Colleague, hamkasb, sherik. A coworker or as associate. Commission. Rasmiy topshiriq, majburiyat yuklamoq, xizmat uchun to'lov. A formal request or assignment. Communicate, aloqa qilmoq, munosabat o'rnatmoq. To convey or exchange information. Compensate, o'rnini qoplamoq, badal to'lamoq. To make up for or offset. Complex, murakkab, intricate or complicated. Majmua, comprehensive, keng qamrovli, har taraflama. Complete or inclusive. Conceive, niyat qilmoq, tasavvur qilmoq, anglamoq, homilador bo'lmoq. Tibbiyot. To imagine or form a concept. Conclude, xulosa qilmoq, qaror qilmoq. To reach a decision or inference. Confer, maslahatlashmoq. To consult or discuss. Conflict, tushmovchilik, to'qnashuv, kelishmovchilik. A disagreement or clash. Consequent, oqibatida va natijada. Resulting or following as a consequence. Constant, o'zgarmas, davomiy. Unchanging or consistent. Construct, qurmoq, yaratmoq. To build or create. Contact, aloqaga chiqmoq, munosabat o'rnatmoq. To get in touch with or communicate with. Contract, shartnoma. Shartnomani imzolamoq, qisqartirmoq. A formal agreements or legal documents. Contrast, farq, taqqoslamoq, farq qilmoq. A difference or distinction. Convene, chaqirmoq, to'plamoq. To assemble or gather. Converse, suhbatlashmoq. To engage in conversation or discussion. Cooperate, hamkorlik qilmoq, birgalikda ishlamoq. To work together or collaborate. Corporate, corporative, relating to a corporation or business entity. Create, yaratmoq, paydo qilmoq. To bring into existence or make. Crucial, muhim, juda zaruriy. Extremely important or essential. Cycle, davr, velosiped minmoq. A series of events or actions that repeat. Decade, 10 yillik. Period of 10 years. Define, tushuntirib bermoq, aniqlashtirmoq. To explain the meaning of something. Denote, bilmoq, ma'no anglatmoq. To indicate or be sign of. Derive, kelib chiqmoq, biror manbada aniqlamoq. To obtain or receive from a source. Detect, fosh etmoq. To discover or identify. Devote, bag'ishlamoq. To dedicate or commit to a purpose. Diminish, kamaytirmoq, pasaytirmoq. To decrease or make smaller. Displace, joyini o'zgartirmoq, o'rnini almashtirmoq. To take the place of or replace. Distinct, o'zgacha, farq qiladigan, o'ziga xos. Clearly different or separate. Diverse, farq qilmoq, o'zgacha bo'lmoq. Varied or showing a range of differences. Domestic, xonaki, uyga tegishli, mahalliy. Relating to the home or one's own country. Drama, hayajonli daqiqalar. A general literature or performance. Economy, iqtisod, qilmoq. Iqtisodiyot, tejamkorlikda. System or management of resources. Eliminate, qutulmoq, chiqarib tashlamoq, voz kechmoq. to remove or get rid of. Empirical tajribaga oid amaliy, based on observation or experience. Energy, energiya, kuch-quvvat, the capacity for doing work or producing it. Enormous, katta, ulkan, yirik, very large or huge. Environment, tabiat, muhit, vaziyat, the surroundings or conditions. Equivalent, think qiymatli, think ma'noli. Equal or having the same value. Establish, asos solmoq, joriy qilmoq, unutmoq, to set up or create. Ethic, axloq, odob, moral principles or values. Eventual, oxirgi, yakuniy, ultimately or happening at a later time. Exceed, chegaradan chiqmoq, oshmoq, to go beyond or surpass. Expand, kengaytirmoq, to increase in size or scope. Coordinate, muvofiqlashtirmoq, o'zaro moslamoq. To organize or arrange in a harmonious way. Correspond, to'g'ri kelmoq, mos kelmoq, to be in agreement or match. Credit, tan olmoq, ta'assub etmoq. Recognition or acknowledgement of something. Culture, madaniyat, urf-odat, the customs, beliefs, and practices of a group or society. Data, raqamli ma'lumot, statistika, facts, statistics or information. Decline, kamayish, pasayish, decrease or diminish in quantity or quality. Definite, aniq, ravshan, clear, certain, or unambiguous. Deny, rad etmoq, tan olmaslik. To declare something to be untrue or false. Design, bizamoq, to plan or create with a specific purpose. Divide, wait, oqib ketmoq, rejadan tashqariga chiqib ketmoq. To depart from a set course or standard. Differentiate, farqlamoq. To distinguish or recognize differences. Discrete, ajralgan, bo'lingan, alohida, individually separate or distinct. Display, ko'rsatmoq, to show or exhibit. Distort, o'zgartirmoq, buzib ko'rsatmoq. To alter or mispresent. Document, hujjatlashtirmoq, ma'lumotlarni hujjat sifatida saqlamoq. To record or provide written evidence. Dominate, ustunlik qilmoq, hukmronlik qilmoq, to have control or influence over. Duration, davr, the length of period of time something else lasts. Edit, o'zgartirmoq, o'zgartirish, kiritmoq, to'g'rilamoq. To make changes or corrections. To emerge, ko'rinmoq, vujudga kelmoq. To come first or become visible. Enable, imkoniyat bermoq, osonlashtirmoq. To make possible or facilitate. Enforce, majburlash, hayotga tatbiq qilmoq. To compel or ensure compliance. Ensure, kafolat bermoq, sug'urta qilmoq. To make certain or guarantee. Equate, tenglashtirmoq, teng deb hisoblamoq. To consider as equal or equivalent. Erode, yemirilmoq, yuvib ketmoq, o'ymoq. To gradually wear away or deteriorate. Estate, mol-mulkatda hudud, a large area of land or property. Ethnic, kelib chiqishi, ethnic, relating to a particular cultural group or nationality. Evident, aniq, ko'rinib turgan. Clear, obvious. Exclude, chiqarib tashlamoq, qo'shmaslik. To keep out or not include. Expert, mutaxassis, tajribali, a person with extensive knowledge or skill. Couple, juft, birgalikda, a pair or two items that are similar or related. Criteria, mezonlar, standardlar, the standards or principles used to evaluate or make judgments. Currency, valyuta, pul birligi, the money used in a particular country or region. Debate, munozara, bahs, a discussion or argument on a particular topic. Deduce, xulosa qilmoq, mantiqan tushunib yetmoq. To reach a conclusion through logical reasoning. Demonstrate, ko'rsatmoq, to show or prove something with evidence or examples. Depress, xafa qilmoq, depressiyaga tushirmoq. To make someone feel sad or down, despite ga qaramasdan, in spite of, without being affected by. Device, qurilma, a tool or instrument used for a specific purpose. Dimension, o'lcham, hajm, a particular aspect or element of something. Discriminate, masxara qilish, so'kinish. To make distinctions or treat people unfairly based on biases. Dispose, tashlab yubormoq, qutulmoq. To get rid of or throw away something. Distribute, tarqatmoq. To give out or spend something among different people or places. Domain, faoliyat maydoni, soha. An area of knowledge, activity or control. Draft, qoralama, jismiy eskiz. A preliminary version or plan of something. Dynamic, o'zgarib turuvchan, doimo harakatda bo'lgan. Characterized by constant change, activity or progress. Element, tarkibiy qism bo'lak. A component or part of a larger whole. Emphasis, urg'u bermoq, ta'kidlamoq. Special importance or significance placed on something. Encounter, duch kelmoq, uchratib qolmoq, to come across or experience something unexpectedly. Enhance, yaxshilamoq, kuchaytirmoq. To improve or increase the quality, value or effectiveness of something. Entity, mavjudot, tashkilot, organism. A distinct or independent being, organization or concept. Equip, jihozlamoq, ta'minlamoq, to provide with necessary resources or skills. Error, xatolik, a mistake or incorrectness. Estimate, taxminiy hisob, baholamoq. An approximate calculation or judgment. Evaluate, narxlamoq, miqdorini aniqlamoq, hisoblamoq. To assess or judge the value, quality or significance of something. Evolve, rivojlanmoq, to develop or change gradually over time. Exhibit, taqdimot o'tkazmoq, ko'rsatmoq, ko'rgazma tashkil etmoq. To display or show something publicly. Explicit, aniq ravshan, clear, specific, and leaving no room for doubt or confusion. External, tashqariga oid, relating to or coming from outside. Factor, sabab, omil. A contributing element or cause. Fee, to'lov, a payment for services or membership. Xizmat haqqi. Finance, moliya, mablag' ajratmoq. The management of money and investments. Fluctuate, o'ynab turmoq, beqaror o'zgarmoq, to change or very irregularly. Formula, ta'rif, a set of mathematical or scientific rules. Found, asos solmoq, tashkil etmoq. To establish or create. Fund, mablag' ajratmoq, mablag', money set aside for a specific purpose. Gender, gens, the classification of being male or female. Globe, siyasa, the earth or a spherical object. Grant, hadya, ruxsat bermoq, sovg'a, a sum of money given for a specific purpose. Hence, shuning uchun, shu tariqa. Therefore, or as a result. Hypothesis, isbotlanmagan tushuncha yoki nazariya, an assumption of theory or theory to be tested. Ideology, mafkura, g'oya. A system of beliefs or ideas. Image, ko'rinish, tasvir, obraz, aks ettirmoq, a visual representation or perception. Implement, amalda, qo'llamoq, tatbiq qilmoq, to put into effect or action. Imply, nazarda tutmoq, to suggest or indicate indirectly. Incidence or hodisa, qamrab olish, the frequency or occurrence of something. Incorporate, tarkibga kirmoq, o'z ichiga olmoq, to include or combine as part of a whole. Individual, shaxs, jamiyat a'zosi, relating to a single person or thing. Infer, xulosa qilmoq, faktlar asosida qaror chiqarmoq. To deduce or conclude from evidence. Inhibit, to'sqinlik qilmoq, qarshilik ko'rsatmoq, to hinder or restrain. Injure, jarohat yetkazmoq, to cause harm or injury. Insert, kiritmoq, to put or place something inside. Instance, vaziyat, holat, misol. An occurrence or example. Integral, ahamiyatli, muhim, ajralmas, essential or necessary for completeness. Intelligence, aql idrok, razvedka, the ability to learn and understand. Intermediate, o'raliq o'rtasidagi, in between or in the middle. Interval, tanaffus, ish harakatlar orasida vaqt. A period of time or space between events. Expert qilmoq, to send goods or services to another country. Extract, ajratib bo'lmoq, sug'urib olmoq. To remove or obtain from a source. Feature, xususiyat, o'ziga xos belgi. A characteristic or prominent aspect. File, hujjat file, a collection of documents or data. Finite, tugaydigan, oxiri mavjud, chegaralangan. having limits or bounds, focus diqqat qilmoq, chalg'amasdan harakat qilmoq, to concentrate or direct attention, forthcoming, kelayotgan, yaqinlashayotgan, upcoming or about to happen. Framework, tuzilish shakl, a structure or basic concept, fundamental, ahamiyatli, zaruriy, asosiy, essential or central, generate, yaratmoq, yuzaga keltirmoq, hosil qilmoq, to produce or create, goal, maqsad, an aim or objective. Guarantee, kafolat bermoq, to assure or promise. Hierarchy, hierarxiya, bir-biriga bog'liq tizimlar ketma-ketligi, a system or ranking or organizing. Identical, bir-biriga o'xshash, farqlab bo'lmas. Exactly the same or indistinguishable. Ignorance, bilimsizlik, ma'lumotga ega bo'lmaslik, bexabar qolmoq, lack of knowledge or avoidance. Immigrate, ko'chib kelmoq, to move to a new country for residence. Implicate, jalb qilish, aloqador bo'lmoq, to show involvement or connection. Impose, yo'lga qo'ymoq, amalda qo'llamoq, joriy qilmoq, to establish or enforce. Incline, moyil bo'lmoq, qiyalik, egilmoq, yo'lga solmoq, to have a tendency or preference. Index, ko'rsatkich, a list or guide for reference. Induce, keltirib chiqarmoq, harakatlantirmoq, to bring about or cause. Infrastructure, infratuzilma, ichki tuzilish. Basic physical or organizational structures. Initial, dastlabki, ilk, first or beginning. Innovate, yangilamoq, yangilik kiritmoq, to introduce new ideas or methods. Insight, tushuncha, olingan muhim bilim. A deep understanding or realization. Institute, tashkilot. An organization or establishment. Integrate, birlashtirmoq, bir-biri bilan bog'lamoq. To combine or merge. Intense, shiddatli, jadal. Extremely strong or focused. Internal, ichkariga oid. Located within or relating to this inside. Intervene, aralashtirmoq, to come between or interfere. Expose, ta'sir ostida qoldirmoq, duchor bo'lmoq, chiqarib qo'ymoq, to make something visible or known. Facilitate, osonlashtirish, ko'maklashmoq, to make an action or a process easier or smoother. Federal, markaziy hokimiyatga tegishli, ittifoqdosh, relating to a central government or national authority. Final, oxirgi, so'nggi. Last or ultimate. Flexible, moslashuvchan, o'zgaruvchan, able to change or adapt easily. Format, tartibi, shakli, the arrangement or structure of something. Foundation, asos, negiz, tashkilot. The basis or underlying principle. Function, vazifa, ishlab turmoq, purpose or role. Furthermore, shu bilan birga, in addition, moreover. Generation, avlod, a group of individuals born and living around the same time. Grade, daraja, sinf saralamoq, a level of quality of proficiency. Guideline, ko'rsatma, an instruction or principle that serves as a recommendation. Highlight, urg'u bermoq, ta'kidlamoq, belgilab qo'ymoq, to emphasize or draw attention to. Identify, aniqlamoq, tanimoq, to recognize or establish the identity of something. Illustrate, ko'rsatma, misol bilan tushuntirmoq, to clarify or exemplify with examples. Impact, ta'sir qilmoq, yetkazilgan zarar. Influence or effect. Implicit, yashirin, shubhasiz. Implied or understood without being directly stated. Incentive, rag'bat, bonus, a motivating factor or reward. Rag'batlantirmoq, income, daromad. Money earned or received from various sources. Indicate, ko'rsatmoq, bildirmoq, to point out or suggest. Inevitable, muqarrar, qutulib bo'lmas. Certain, to happen. Unavoidable. Inherent, tabiiy tug'ma. Existing as a natural or essential quality. Initiate, boshlamoq, ishga tushirmoq. To begin or introduce something. Input, kiritish, ma'lumot kiritish, xarajat qilmoq. Information or resources provided. Inspect, sinchiklab, tekshirmoq. To examine closely or critically. Instruct, yo'l yo'riq, ko'rsatmoq, o'rgatmoq. To give directions or comments. integrity, halollik, yaxlitlik, to'g'rilik. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. Interact, aloqaga kirishmoq, munosabat o'rnatmoq. To communicate or engage with others. Interpret, tarjima qilmoq, tushuntirib bermoq. To explain or understand the meaning of. Intrinsic, haqiqiy asl, ichki o'ziga tegishli. Belonging naturally, essential or inherent. Invest, investitsiya qilmoq, sarmoya kiritmoq. To put money, time or resources into something. To involve, jalb qilmoq, o'z ichiga olmoq, talab qilmoq. To include or engage someone or something in an activity. Item, buyum, element, narsa. An individual thing or component with a larger group. Justify, oqlamoq, aybsizligini isbotlamoq. To provide a valid reason or explanation for something. Layer, qatlam, a single thickness or level of something. Legislate, qonun tuzmoq, qonun chiqarmoq. To make or enact laws. License, ruxsatnoma, ruxsat bermoq. An official permission or authorization to do something. Locate, joyni aniqlamoq, qayerdaligini bilmoq. To find or discover the position or place of something. Measure, yirik, ulkan, kuchli ta'sirga ega. Significant or important in size, extent, or influence. Margin, chegara, qirg'oq, the altered edge or boundary of something. Mechanism, qurilma, tizim, a system or process designed to achieve a particular result. Medical, tibbiyotga oid, related to the field of medicine. Method, uslub, a systematic approach or procedure for doing something. Minimal, eng kamida, of the least possible amount, degree, or extent. Ministry, vazirlik, a department or organization responsible for a specific area. Modify, o'zgartirmoq, o'ziga moslashtirmoq, o'zgartirish, kiritmoq. To make changes or alterations to something. Mutual, o'zaro bir-biriga bog'liq. Shared or experienced by two or more parties. Neutral, mutadil, hech kim tarafida emas. Not favoring any side or position. Norm, me'yor, tartib, namuna. A standard or typical pattern of behavior or outcome. Notwithstanding, ga qaramasdan ammo. Despite or in spite of something. Occur, sodir bo'lmoq, vujudga kelmoq. To happen or take place. Obtaining, qilmoq, erishmoq. To acquire or get possession of something. Ongoing, sodir bo'layotgan, davom etayotgan, tugamagan. Continuing or in progress. Outcome, natija, ish, harakat, oqibati. The result or consequence of an action or event. Overlap, qoplab olmoq, qamrab olmoq. To extend over or cover part of something. Paradigm, misol, namuna. Paradigm or paradigm. A typical example or module of something. Parameter, o'lchov. A factor or variable that determines the characteristics. Passive, harakatsiz, sust. Not actively participating or taking action. Period, davr, length of or duration of time. Phase, bosqich, etap. A distinct stage or step in a process. Investigate, izlanish, olib bormoq, sinchkovlik bilan tekshirmoq. To carry out a systematic examination or study. Isolate, ajratib olmoq, alohida olib qo'ymoq. To separate or set apart from others. Job, ish, vazifa. A piece of work or task. Label, yorliq, etiketka. A descriptive word or phrase used to identify something. Lecture, ma'ruza. A formal talk or presentation on a specific topic. Levy, yig'moq, undirib olmoq. To impose or collect a tax or fee. Likewise, shu kabi shu yo'sinda, in the same way or manner. Logic, mantiq. Reasoning or sound judgment based on principles. Manipulate, boshqarmoq, o'z manfaati yo'lida foydalanmoq. To handle or control in a skillful manner. Mature, pishgan, yetilgan, yoshi katta. Fully developed or grown up. Media, ommaviy axborot vositalari. Means of mass communication, such as newspapers or TV. Medium, o'rtacha usul, muhit. a means or channel of communication. Migrate ko'chmoq. To move from one place to another. Minimize iloji boricha kamaytirmoq, pasaytirmoq. To reduce or make as small as possible. Minor kichik, muhim emas, ahamiyatsiz. Lesser in importance, size or degree. Monitor tekshirmoq, nazorat qilmoq. To observe, check or keep track of something. Negate, inkor qilmoq. To deny or nullify the effect of something. Neverthelessga qaramasdan lekin, in spite of that, however, normal, me'yordagi o'rtacha. Conforming to the usual or typical pattern. Nuclear, yadroviy atom energiyasiga xos. Relating to or involving atomic energy or weapons. Obvious, aniq ko'rinib turgan. Easily seen, recognized or understood. Oddiy, g'alati, tasodifiy, to'qsonlar. Unusual or strange, option, variant tanlov. A choice or alternative. Output, ishlab chiqarilgan mahsulot, bajarilgan ish, harakat natijasi. The amount or quantity produced or provided. Overseas, things orta, chet el. In or to a foreign country or place. Paragraph, text bölümü bob. Hayotning yangi bölümü. A distinct section of a piece of writing. Participate, qatnashmoq, ishtirok etmoq. To take part in or be involved in something. Perceive, idrok etmoq, anglamoq, tushunmoq. To become aware of or understand something. Persist, doimiy qat'iy turmoq, o'jarlik qilmoq. To continue firmly or obstinately in an action or belief. Phenomenon, hodisa, remarkable or significant occurrence or fact. Kamdan kam uchraydigan vaziyat. Invoke, da'vat qilmoq, uyg'otmoq. To cite or refer to as an authority or justification. Issue, muammo, bahsli vaziyat nashr qilmoq. A topic or problem under discussion or debate. Journal, a periodical publication containing research articles. Labor, mehnat, jismoniy mehnat, work, especially physical work done for wages. Legal, qonuniy, yuridik, relating to the law or governed by law. Liberal, erkin, mustaqil fikrlaydigan, open to new behavior or opinions and willing to discard traditional values. Link, bog'lamoq, qulamoq, bog'liqlik qilishda. To connect or bring together. Maintain, saqlab turish, qo'llab-quvvatlash, boqmoq. To keep in an existing state or condition. Manual, qo'llanma, darslik, qo'l bilan boshqariladigan. A book of instructions or guidelines. Maximize, imkoni boricha kattalashtirish. To make as large or great as possible. Mediate, vositachilik qilmoq. To intervene in a dispute to bring about a resolution. Mental, aqliy, relating to the mind or intellect. Military, harbiy, relating to the armed forces or warfare. Minimum, eng kam miqdor, eng past talab darajasi, the least or smallest amount or quantity. Mod, usul, dasturning o'zgartirilgan variant turi. A way or manner in which something occurs or is experienced. Motive, sabab, harakatga undovchi, a reason or intention or for doing something. Network, tarmoq, aloqa, an interconnected system or group of people or organizations. Nonetheless, ammo lekin biroq, however, nevertheless. Notion, tushuncha, g'oya, a conception or belief about something. Objective, maqsad, a goal or aim. Occupy, egallab olmoq, zabt etmoq, to take control or possession of. Offset, zararini qoplamoq, o'rnini to'ldirmoq, to counterbalance or compensate for. Orient, yo'naltirmoq, to align or position towards a particular direction. Yo'nalish ko'rsatmoq. Overall, barchasini hisobga olganda, considering or including everything. Panel, mutaxassislar guruhi. A group of people gathered for a specific purpose. Parallel, bir vaqtda sodir bo'layotgan yonma-yon, occurring or existing at the same time or in a similar way. Partner, hamkor, sherik. A person or organization that shares or is associated with another. Percent voice a proportion or part per hundred. Perspective استقبال نقطة نظر a particular way of viewing things or a mental outlook. Philosophy فلسفة نظرية the study of fundamental questions about existence, knowledge, values, reason, etc. Physical جسماني موجود relating to the body or material things. Portion بөлек قسم a part or share of something. Potential صلاحيات إمكانيات having the capacity to develop or become something. Precise aniq to'g'ri hisoblangan. Exact, accurate or clearly defined. Preliminary dastlabki boshlang'ich. Introductory or preparatory. Primary dastlabki eng muhim asosiysi. Main, most important or principle tamoyil qoida. A fundamental truth or law. Proceed davom ettirmoq to continue or carry on with an action or process. Prohibit taqiqlamoq oldin olmoq to forbid or prevent something. Proportion bo'lak a comparative relationship between parts or quantities. Psychology psixologiya ruhiyat the study of the mind and behavior. Purchase sotib olingan to buy or acquire something. Quote iqtibos keltirmoq qo'shib tirnoq olmoq. To repeat or cite someone's words or a price estimation. Range xilma-xillik tur a variety or extent of something. React munosabat bildirmoq reaksiyaga kirishmoq. To respond or behave in a particular way. Regime tuzum tartib regime a system of government or rule. Regulate qonunlar asosida boshqarmoq yo'nalish ko'rsatmoq. To control or direct by a set of rules or principles. Relax dam olmoq to become less tense or anxious. Rahatlanmoq, tinchlanmoq, uzilmoq. Reluctance istamaslik, xohlamaslik, xohish yo'q. Unwillingness or hesitation to do something. Require talab qilmoq, kerak bo'lmoq. To need or demand something. Resolve farq qilmoq, qaror qabul qilmoq. To find a solution or make a firm decision. Restore tiklamoq, qaytadan tuzmoq, oldingi holiga keltirmoq. To bring back to a previous condition or state. Retain saqlab qolmoq, asramoq, eslab qolmoq. To keep or hold on to something. Reverse teskari qarama qarshi holatga o'zgarmoq, chappasiga ketmoq. To change to the opposite or contrary direction. Rigid qattiq mahkam egilmaydigan, shiddatli, keskin, jiddiy. Stiff, inflexible or strict. Scenario voqealar ketma-ketligi. A possible sequence of or course of events. Scope qamrov saviya, ko'lam soha. The extent or range of something. Secure xavfsiz himoya ostida, xavfdan xoli. Safe, protected or free from danger or risk. Sequence ketma-ketligi, izchillik, tartib. A particular order in which related events, facts or objects occur. Shift siljish, o'zgarish, mutlaqo boshqa holatga o'tish, smena, a change in position or direction. Practitioner amaliyotchi, tajriba orttirayotgan xodim, a person engaged in a specific profession. Predict taxmin qilmoq, oldindan aytmoq, bashorat qilmoq. To foretell or estimate future events. Presume taxmin qilmoq, ko'zlamoq, mo'ljallamoq. To assume or suppose niyat qilmoq. Prime asosiy, dastlabki, gullab yashlagan davr, yuksalish. Main, principle or of the highest importance. Prior dastlabki, oldingi, avvalgi. Existing or occurring before something else. Process jarayon, a series of actions or steps. Project loyiha, vazifa, a planned undertaking or task. Prospect istiqbol, kelajakdagi reja, manzara, shoh ko'cha. The possibility or likelihood of future success. Publication nashr etish, the act of making information publicly available. Pursue ortidan quvmoq, taqib qolmoq, intilmoq. To actively follow or seek. Radical keskin, tubdan farq qiladigan, fikrga qo'shilmaydigan. Extreme or drastic. Ratio nisbat, mutanosiblik, proporsiya. the the quantitative relationship between two numbers or amounts. Recover сагаймак кайтмак, тузалмак, to regain or get back. Region hudud a particular area or part of a country. Reinforce مستحكمlash kuchaytirmak a mature or mature armature شو معنى qo'shmoq. What does it mean? To strengthen or make more effective. Release ozod qilmoq, chiqarish, albom, kitob va hokazo. Yengillashtirmoq. To set free or make available. Rely tayanmoq, ishonmoq. To depend on or trust in. Research ilmiy tekshirish, o'rganish, ilmiy ish olib borish. Systematic investigation or discover new knowledge or information. Resource manba zaxira, source or supply that can be used to achieve its purpose. Restrain nazoratda ushlamoq, cheklamoq, to'xtatmoq, chegaralamoq, to hold back or keep under control. Reveal oshkor qilmoq, ma'lum qilmoq, fosh etmoq, to make known or disclose. Ko'rsatmoq, revise, qayta ko'rib chiqish, tekshirmoq, yaxshilamoq, qarab chiqmoq, to review and make changes or improvements. Rol belgilangan vazifa, rol. A part of function played by someone or something. Schedule, rejalashtirmoq, rejalarni vaqtga qo'yib chiqmoq. A plan or timetable. Section, bo'lim, qism, paragraph, a distinct part or a division or of something. Seek, izlamoq, intilmoq, is olmoq, hayvon urmoq, axtarmoq, to search for or try to obtain. Serious, ketma-ket, seriya, a number of things that are similar or related and come one after another. Significant, muhim, ahamiyatli, arziydigan, important or meaningful. Pose, gavdani turishi, vaziyat, biror qiyofada turmoq, to present or create. Plus, shu bilan birga foydali tarafi. In addition to. Positive, ijobiy, haqiqiy, musbat son. Having a favorable or a constructive attitude or outlook. Policies, siyosat, qonun qoidalar. A course of action adopted or pursued by an organization or government. Precede, oldin kelmoq, oldin sodir bo'lmoq. To come before something in time, order or position. Predominant, asosan ustunlik qiladigan. Having greater strangeness, influence or importance. Previous oldinga, existing or occurring before in time or order. Principle, asosiy, eng muhimi, maktab direktori. Most important or influential. Priority, ustuvor, birinchi o'rinda, eng afzali. A thing that is regarded as more important than others. Professional, mutaxassis, yuqori malakali, relating to a particular profession or occupation. Promote, targ'ib qilish, martabasini ko'tarish, rag'batlantirish. To further the progress of development of something. Protocol, bayonnoma, qaror, huquq-atvorni to'g'rilash, yo'riqnomasi. A set of rules or guidelines for correct conduct or behavior. Publish, nashr ettirmoq, to make information available to the public. Qualitative, sifat jihatidan sifatli, relating to the characteristics or qualities of something. Random, tasodifiy, kutilmagan, happening or chosen without any specific pattern or method. Rational, aqlona, mantiqiy, aqlli, based on or in accordance with reason or logic. Refine, tozalash, qaytadan ishlamoq, to improve or enhance by making small changes. Register, ro'yxatdan o'tish, qayta etish. To officially record or enroll. Reject, rad etmoq, inkor etmoq, ishonmaslik, qabul qilmaslik. To refuse, to accept, believe in or consider relevant, muvofiq, o'rinli, mos keladigan. Closely connected or appropriate to the matter at hand. Remove, olib tashlamoq, chiqarib tashlamoq, so'rib olmoq, to take away or eliminate. Reside, istiqomat qilmoq, yashamoq, to have one's permanent home or place of abode. Respond, javob bermoq, to react to answer or answer in response or to something. Restrict, cheklamoq, to limit or control the actions or movements of something. Revenue, foyda, company daromadi. Income, especially when of a company or organization. Revolution, inqilob, tubdan o'zgarish, revolyutsiya. A dramatic and wide-reaching change in conditions or structure. Route, yo'nalish, a way or course taken in getting from one place to another. scheme, reja, dastur, loyiha, a plan or program of action. Sektor, tarmoq, bo'lim, ma'lum bir insonlar guruhi uchun belgilangan hudud. A specific area or division within a larger system. Select, tanlamoq, saylab olmoq. To carefully choose or pick out. Similar, o'xshash, having a resemblance in appearance or nature. Similar, o'xshash, o'xshatishga harakat qilish, o'zini yolg'ondan bir kuyga solmoq. To imitate or reproduce. Sole, yagona, yolg'iz, only or single. Specific, maxsus, o'ziga xos. Precise or particular. Stable, o'zgarmas, steady or unchanging. Barqaror. Straightforward, to'g'ridan to'g'ri, bevosita, oson, vijdonli. Clear or direct. Structure, tuzilish, tuzilma, bino, tarkib. Organization or arrangement. Subordinate, bo'ysunuvchi, tobe. Lower in rank or importance. Substitute, almashtirmoq, o'rinbosar, almashtirmoq. Replacement or alternative. Sum, summa, total or amount. Survey, tadqiqot, tekshirish, tahliliy axborot. Study or examination. Sustain, barqaror tutib turmoq, qornini to'ydirmoq. Maintain or support. Target, maqsad, nishon, mo'ljal. Goal or objective. Technical, ma'lum bir sohaga oid, texnik jihatdan. Relating to a specific field or subject. Temporary, vaqtinchalik. Not permanent or lasting. Text, xabar yozmoq. Written or printed material. 3 by. Shu bilan, shu tarzda. As a result or by that means. Trace, izga tushmoq. Make, mark or evidence of something. Transform, o'zgartirmoq, boshqa shaklga o'zgartirmoq. Change or convert. Transport, tashimoq. Move or carry. Ultimate, yakuniy, oxirgi, final or eventual. Undertake, zimmasiga olish, o'z bo'yniga olmoq. Take on or assume. Unique, yagona, noyob. One of a kind or distinct. Vary, farq qilma, o'zgartirmoq. Change or differ. Via, orqali, biror narsa bilan. By way of or through. Visible, ko'rinarli, oshkor, ochiq. Able to be seen or not seen. Volume, hajm, miqdor. Jild, ovoz. Quantity or amount. Whereas, holbuki, in contrast to or while. Somewhat, qaysidir ma'noda, qandaydir, qaysidir holatda. To some degree or extent. Specify, aniqlamoq, belgilab olmoq. To clearly indicate or define. Statistik, raqamli ma'lumot. Statistika, numerical data or information. Strategy, strategiya. Maqsadga erishish rejasi. A plan or approach to achieve a goal. Style, uslub, moda. A particular manner or way of doing something. Subsequent, keyingi izchil. Successor, voris, davomchi. Summary, qisqacha bayon, xulosa. Survive, tirik qolma, ishlab qolmoq, omon qolish, qutulib qolish. Symbol, ramz, belgi, alomat. Task, vazifa, texnik, uslub, metod. Tense, zamon, asbiy, zabatarang. Them, mavzu. Thesis, dissertatsiya bayonoti, ilmiy ishning umumiy maqsad xulosasi. Tradition, urf odat. Transit, o'tish, transit, bir joydan boshqa joyga harakatlanish. Trend, yo'nalish, uslub, urf odat. Undergo, boshdan o'tkazmoq, tajriba qilib ko'rmoq. Uniform, bir xil forma shaklan o'zgarmas, bir qolmoq. Utilize, foydalanish, qo'llash, ishlatish. Vehicle, transport vositasi. Violate, qonunni buzmoq, bezorilik qilmoq. Vision, ko'rish, tasavvur qilish, ko'z oldiga keltirish. Voluntary, ixtiyoriy, ko'ngilli. Whereby, shu orqali, shu vositasida. So-called, deb atalgan, deb nomlangan. Source, manba. Kelib chiqish joyi, block. Sphere, soha, sharsimon. Status, holat, vaziyat. Stress, ta'kidlamoq, bosim bermoq, urg'u bermoq. Submit, topshirish, ko'rish uchun taqdim qilmoq. Subsidy, moliyaviy yordam, subsidiar, qo'llab-quvvatlash, yordam uchun mablag' ajratish. Sufficient, yetarli, qoniqarli. Supplement, qo'shimcha. Suspend, vaqtinchalik to'xtatmoq, ortga surmoq, qoldirmoq. Tape, tasma, kaseta, lenta. Team, jamoa, bir jamoada bo'lmoq. Technology, ilmiy bilim va ko'nikmalar. Terminate, to'xtatmoq, tugatmoq. Theory, nazariya, fikr, mulohaza. Topic, mavzu. Transfer, ko'chirmoq, o'tkazmoq. Transmit, signal uzatmoq, jo'natmoq. Trigger, sabab bo'lmoq, keltirib chiqarmoq, turtki bermoq. Underlie, asosini tashkil etmoq, asos bo'lmoq. Unify, birlashtirmoq. umumlashtirmoq, valid yaroqli ishga yaraydigan muddati o'tmagan ta'sir o'tkaza oladigan version bir shakli versiya virtual chinga o'xshaydigan onlayn hayotga tegishli visual ko'rishga oid ko'rgazmali qurol welfare farovonlik ijtimoiy yordam widespread 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 keng tarqalgan oddiy holat barchada mavjud